Hey everybody, it's Prentice with Super Detail Store here with Ian Remelkamp.
Autofiber.
Oh, nice. There you go. We're going to talk about drying cars today and the different options for drying cars. So back in the day, you all remember this, right?
Chamois.
The classic chamois. Well, this is actually a synthetic chamois. The original ones were literally cowhide and they were terrible to work with. And these were definitely a step up, but you still had to wring them out a lot if you used them around the car. So in the late 90s, detailers started actually using microfiber towels to dry the car. But then they'd be using a dozen, 2 dozen to dry a whole car. Well, this guy had the idea of...
Yeah, I don't know if this was really my idea. The Waffle Weave, but
take credit.
Yeah, the Waffle Weaves became popular like in the early 2000s, I would say.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It's a giant towel. So you can cover a lot of car that way. You don't have to use little towels and get a bunch of towels wet.
Yeah, and the big advantage of the Waffle Weave is that it glides across the paint surface good, and that just has to do with the type of weave that it is, that it's not like a really
not grabbing.
Plush. Yeah.
Right.
But I think the downside was that the capacity of absorbency isn't that great.
Right.
And so there was a big race to make the plushest, thickest, heaviest, most GSM towel. And that's what our mother fluffer is.
Nice.
Yeah. So this thing's super plush, soft. The downside is when you go to dry, it's kind of grippy on the surface. So, I mean, these are great towels, especially for like coated paint that's super slick. And then the next evolution was the Dreadnot.
Right, the twist pile.
The twist pile towels, yeah.
So here's the original Dreadnot right here. So you got the same material, the twist pile on both sides. And this is cool because it's going to really pick up a lot of moisture off of there. And you got 2 sides. So that's a very popular towel. The Dreadnot's very popular.
Yeah, it's the most popular drying towel for sure. And the reason that it's popular is it's plush and super absorbent, a lot of capacity, but it glides better across the paint surface compared to the plush towels like a Mother Fluffer.
I mean, you can see how well that picked up the water compared to the Mother Fluffer. Now, this will pick up better as it gets more damp, but still you can see it's quickly superior.
Yeah, and this one's pretty old, and it may have gotten sealant in it, so it's not. Yeah,
ceramic coated. It's ceramic coated.
I think I ruined that towel. But and then we came up with the amphibian, which is half Mother Fluffer and half Dreadnot. And really, this is for like a rinseless type wash primarily, where there's less water left on the paint surface.
So the cool thing about this, especially for DIYers or enthusiasts, is you go over the car with the twist pile side, and then you can come back with the plush side and do the final buffing for those leftover streaks, especially on the windows. And with windows, I've found personally doing my cars at home, is that I really don't have to come back and clean the outside windows separately. This is enough to take care of them, so that saves a step.
Yeah. And then the newest version is the Dreadnot Max, and this one's cut open. You can see the Dreadnot Max has an extra layer of microfiber in the middle, so it increases the absorption capacity of the towel.
Does the water actually wick into that and soak in there?
It does. It soaks in. So what you'll find sometimes with the original Dreadnot is you'll be drying with one side, and then the water will wick through a little bit to the other side, and then it doesn't dry quite as well. And so with the Dreadnot Max, that extra layer of microfiber soaks up the water and prevents it from soaking through to the other side of the towel.
So with this one, that's going to be a great advantage about being able to take up more water. Do-it-yourselfers might find that it gets a little heavy over time because you got all this water getting soaked up in there. So that's a consideration to think about as well. Yeah. But you can also get different size drying towels, and then you could get a couple of them so you don't have to have one that gets really wet and heavy. You can finish up with a second one.
Yeah, that's a personal preference. The towels come anywhere from 16 by 16. The original Dreadnot was 20 by 30. We have the Dreadnot XL, which is 20 by 40, and then we've got a really big Dreadnot Max, which is 30 by 40.
Yeah, this is the 20 by 30.
20 by 30, yeah. That's the original.
That's a pretty standard size. I think that's a really popular size for most people.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, so that's all about Autofiber drying towels.